Okay, it says start sending your video from your stream software to go live. I don't know how to do that. I really don't know anything here. Okay. All right, so I think I also need this closer to my face. And like this, if I'm looking at it. Okay, this is fine. How do I start sending? Okay, maybe let me look at this. Is my stream live already? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, it is. I also need this closer to my face. And like this, if I'm looking at it. Okay, this is cool. So I guess I'm live on my first live stream. Yay, how's it going? Great. Okay. So in this video, so the reason why I'm doing this live stream, okay, first of all, I just saw a video from Neil Patel saying that live streams are really good for your brand and people who want to watch live streams. So that is why I'm doing it. Another really selfish reason why I'm doing this live stream is because I have been putting off creating scripts for my Instagram, and as you can see, red, uh, these red things here. So this is my calendar, okay, for my Instagram, and I am trying to build a personal brand on Instagram. And the way I'm doing that is by putting out a lot of content, or at least some content. So let's go to Instagram and let's look at this shit. Okay, so let's look at my profile. Right, it says Rajan does stuff. I have 154 posts, of which I believe about 145, 150 were every single day. I have 377 followers and 149 people I'm following. So I think where? Up until this point, I was posting videos regularly. This is 27th October. This is also 27th October. Yeah, and then you'd see 20th October. That's right. 29. Okay. 30, 31st. 31st October and then 1st December, right? So one, two, three, four, five videos. So 149 videos I posted every single day. Okay, cool. So what are we doing today? Okay, what we're doing today is we're I'm gonna show you how I create scripts for my Instagram. I don't think it's the best way. I don't think it's a great way, but I'll just show you how I do it. So so let me maybe open up a blank page, right? Instagram scripts. Now you need a few things in order to create Instagram scripts. One is you need brand pillars. Okay, this is too small. Let me make this a little bigger. All right, there you go. Right. What are your brand pillars for personal brand? Now, personal brand meaning I am trying to connect with people as me, as who I am. Right. So, what are the things that I'm interested in? I'm interested in freelancing slash agency slash business. So this is one item. Other is I'm interested in fitness, which is my gym, running, um, and then I'm interested a lot in mindset. So that is philosophy, that is self improvement, right? Stuff like this. So these are three of my larger brand pillars, and I am interested also in money, but I think that would be a sub part of freelancing agency and business, right? So then let's look at what are some of the topics that I can talk about in freelancing, in agency, in business. So let's talk about uh, freelancing. I have been freelancing for I have I freelanced for a long time, and I then I turned my freelancing into an agency. So really the way you go from a freelancer to an agency is just you hire your first person and now you're an agency. But a lot of it is mental, a lot of it is mindset, the way you communicate, the way you talk to people about who you are and your identity. Hey, I'm not just a freelancer. I am I run an agency. But yeah, that's about it. So let's talk about freelancing, and let's talk about, so topics come from problem. I think I would say, okay, making more money, dealing with difficult clients, how to find clients. Right, so these are some three topics. Let's talk about these. Fitness. Fitness. I always think I always correlate fitness with consistency, because I mean, let's be honest. Like, most people have a consistency problem, and the only reason they are not in the best shape of their life is because they are not consistent, either in going to the gym or in running or any kind of other fitness activity that they're doing. So I talk a lot about consistency, right? Or I think a lot about consistency when it comes to fitness. Fitness is also about improving yourself, right? Getting better, and then fitness or running is about doing hard things, right? And then mindset and philosophy. I think important thing about running business is figure it out mindset. Right? Because a lot of times, what is going to happen is you're going to come across a lot of problems. You're going to come across things that you don't know. There are going to be things you have no clue about how to solve. So there is this really good graph. Okay, so or maybe let me try drawing this. I think this will be fun. Okay, so let's talk about a graph. This is okay. Let me draw this and this. This is skill. Wow. Okay, and this is, I would say this is. This is challenge. Okay, so this y-axis is challenge and this x-axis is skill. Okay, so you have skill level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is again 1, 2, 3, 4. I think a lot of this stream is just going to be me drawing stuff. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. All right. So let's say you are at a skill level. So we're talking about, let's say, video editing. Uh, So if your skill level is 1 and you're trying to make a video that looks like a Christopher Nolan movie, which is 10, then you're gonna be here. This is where you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You have no clue about what you need to do, how you need to do. So this is a space of extreme demotivation. I'm just gonna say it. ED. I do not mean erectile dysfunction. I mean extreme demotivation. Or you're gonna be at let's say skill level 5, right? You are an average video editor and you want to create a very basic video edit. This is gonna be skill level 1, and at this point, it's going to be like super boring for you, right? Because it is not challenging at all. And if I ask you to do this every day for the next year, you'll be like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it. So typically, it is said that around 30% of sorry, a challenge that is 30% higher than your current skill level is like the optimal space, like between current level to 30% higher is the optimal space. So maybe something like, hey, if my skill level is 3 and 30% higher would be 3.3, so let's say 4, this would be a good point. This is where you would feel a little challenge, but you know that you can overcome this challenge. Whereas at this extreme demotivation place is, you you have no idea how to overcome the challenge. It seems like such a big task to make a Christopher Nolan, to edit a Christopher Nolan level movie. You're like, I have no clue, and you would not even start, right? And so on and so forth, right? Let's say this. So it looks something like this, right? So it'll be roughly like this. Right? The zone of optimal engagement. Now, now business, right? Running a business is usually in this zone where you are constantly, okay, let me change the color, where you are constantly punching above your weight, and every day is a disappointment, and every day you are just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, how to do it, and it could lead to unlimited and ultimate despair. But as you spend more time in business, uh, you start to find some things that are in this zone, and then some things that are in this zone, but most of the time it's in this zone. Yeah. So for a business, you need to have figure it out mindset. And then about philosophy, that everything that happens in your life is your responsibility. So this is something that I think about uh, a lot in terms of philosophy and self improvement. Self improvement is done one step at a time. Right. Take it slow, but do it every day. Right. So this is again, I think this links to consistency, and we can talk about different ways. So let's say these are 9 topics that I've got. Now, a lot of the times I have seen a lot of other creators, and again, people who I have maybe what 100 followers, uh, people who have hundreds of thousands of followers, suggest that now that you've got some topics like this, the next thing you should do is go to Instagram and go to search and search freelancing money. Right? Or, okay, let's look at this. So, larger topic, freelancing. Hmm, where did that guy go? So, I'm just gonna go search Jamie Brindle. So look at this account. So this guy is a freelancer. He's got 200,000 followers. So at the start, when you're starting off, I have been advised that just copy other people, add your own flavor. Don't be dumb. Like don't just 100% copy, but copy other people and add your own flavor. So let's see. Let's look at this guy and let's look at his these things. And oh, I cannot. Okay, so maybe let's see. He's got an average of about 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10K, 17K. So this is an outlier, right? So let's look at this video. Kept worrying I was too expensive until I kept worrying I was too expensive. Like the person hiring me was pulling money out of their own pocket. But here's the truth: no one corporate budgets are departmental, not personal. Personal hiring you isn't trying to save money. So okay, so this is a good post, right? I was too expensive. This is talking about the freelancing mindset. Okay, so let's see if we can adapt this, right? So now we are here making more money, or rather, let's say we are in the freelancing topic, and this is the creator. And what do I like about this? I kept worrying I was too expensive until I realized this. So what in my experience, how have I thought about this, or how have I experienced this? So I would often in my experience judge my budget or judge my price for my client on the basis of like random shit. So let me explain what I mean. Right? If I would think that this project is going to cost me $1,000 and I should charge, let's say $1,500, and I'd be like, oh, $1,500 is too much. This client will never pay. So I would do that a lot, and then I realized, oh, why am I judging for for like my price for my customer? For all I know, they could have a $5,000 budget, right? So that's what I stopped doing, right? So Um, I would say number one rule of freelancing is send a budget, send a 2x higher price than you would normally charge. Sorry, I'm just gonna be back. How do I pause a stream? Oh my God, I cannot pause streams. Ah, this is gonna be fun. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna pee and come back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so how far are we? We are 17 minutes into the stream. Let's go. Let me just check if this is still working, right? Because I don't know if this is still working. Uh, your channel and live. Still live. All right, great. So where were we? Yeah. So I would think about the number one rule of freelancing. Right. So there is the hook slash title. There is some number one rule of freelancing. Where so something that is interesting or intriguing. Number one rule of making money in freelancing. Now, so so I don't want to give it away right away. So I'm gonna make this exact style post. This is uh, B-roll plus description type of video. Again, I don't know what it is called. This is just what I'm gonna call it. Working on computer. That's it. Biggest money mistake in my freelancing. Right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and I'm gonna give it my story, and then we'll have it create the first draft, and then we'll create it. Okay, I know my raw thoughts, and please create good quality Instagram description. The biggest mistake I made as the biggest money mistake I made as a freelancer was to judge my client budget for them. Meaning, if I wanted to charge $2,000 for a project, I would say, oh no, that is too much for this kind of project, and I would negotiate with myself on behalf of the client. When over the years I learned that clients often have bigger budgets than they let on. Plus, I should always say a bigger amount, and then if they say no, this is too much, I can figure out a way to bring it into their budget. But if I negotiate with myself on their behalf, then I will always charge not enough and not make as much money as possible. Okay, this is fine. Now let's take it here, meet and so meet slash description. Now let me first paste this here. Okay. I'm gonna reduce the screen size a little bit. You might have a little difficulty watching it. Okay. The biggest mistake I made as a freelancer. I used to price my services for my clients, thinking they were just as broke as me. If I wanted to charge $2,000, I'd stop myself and think, that's probably too much for this project. So I'd negotiate with myself on the client's behalf. Okay, so I want to bring some like intrigue into this. Like I want to explain stuff before and then give the give the mistake out later and then provide a solution. Right. I was a naive freelancer when I had started out freelancing. Right. So I would figure out like my then there it out. Figure out a price. But then I would negotiate with myself on my behalf. is what I really love. Okay. When I started freelancing, when I had started out, what kind of language this is? When I started freelancing, I had no clue how much or how little budget clients had. So whenever a client asked me for a for a code on any project, I will figure out figure out the cost, add my profit, and then pause. So basically, I was negotiating with myself on my client's behalf. And nice. So fixed my broken mindset. I like this a lot. Okay, good. So here we are. I'm gonna bring this in. Okay, and we're ready now. So I'm just gonna reduce this. Okay. So now, hook biggest money mistake I made in my freelancing, and how I made as a freelancer, and how you can avoid it. Down. Let's go. All right. So this is good. This is sample date. This is actually good. Cool. So yeah, this is the process. This is what it looks like. So now let's start knocking out more and more of these. Uh, so I have this whole sheet here that I have not. How to get paid more as a freelancer. Okay, and the hook is my first freelancing gig paid me $2,000, 2,000 rupees. Okay, so another way to find more ideas is actually I'm just gonna see what is working for this guy, and then create like three, four of those. So this is 16,000. It's his average. I'm not able to identify because for the last few videos, his average is around. Oh, this is also a 10K. This is fine. I don't know. Let me see whatever. Let's see something that is higher than 20, 30K. Okay. I guess this guy is getting a lot of value, a lot of reach on these type of videos because there's higher repeat. Okay. How long is this? How can I see how long it is? I probably can't, huh? Not on this. Let me just check on my phone. This is 6 seconds. Okay. Well, let's also see what the other video was. How long was it? 6 seconds. Okay, cool. So we've got where are we? Where are we? Okay. 6 seconds. Cool. 6 seconds working on computer. And this is the other idea. I figured out why some clients say yes instantly. Instantly. Cool.
Still not sure how to set my rates. Everyone always says don't charge hourly, but how else am I supposed to price? Start by realizing you're not selling hours. Your time's not the product, it's a piece of the product. Then what am I selling? Their result? Charging hourly would be like walking into a car dealership and the car salesman tries to sell you two $27,000 seats instead of a $54,000 car. Because the seats aren't the product. Exactly. And your hours aren't the product either. Price the transformation, not the time it takes you. So clients don't care if it takes me 3 hours or 30. They only care if it solves the problem. What are you doing now? Still not sure how to.
Ooh, 77,000. By the way, what you see in this comment, I also noticed that this guy is posting like a lot of times, and that is something that I also want to do. So let's see how I can do it. Whew. The client asked why my price is so high, then I realized. The client said, I know other agency that will do it for half the price. I said, okay, so this is roughly similar to what this guy is saying. Why my price is so high? Right. But it's a different angle because this is actually an objection that I've heard a lot of times on my calls. Like, oh, I know another agency that would do it for half the price or cheaper or this or that, right? And typically, my answer usually is, then I think you should go with them because if you're getting more value for less money, why would you not, right? And they're like, oh, what? Yeah, so let's go to topic. My thought is whenever Brian says and has this objection, I usually say that they should go with another. Because if they can get similar value to what we provide at a cheaper rate, then it's much better ROI for them. Why wouldn't they? That's what I pose last thing as a question, and they themselves try to justify why they not go with that other agency. Usually it's like, oh, because they are not as flexible as you, or they don't provide XYZ thing, or some other excuse, which tells me, ah, some mean the exact objection they had with the other agency, and why are they even speaking with us. So then I go deeper on how we solve that objection, either with a story of another customer or a case study of another customer or a system we have in place to ensure that problems never happen. Cool. This is a good content piece. All right. Okay. So let's look at this. I'm going to increase the size a little bit so that you can see really what I'm working with. Okay. Whenever a client says I don't, whenever a client says this, I don't argue, I don't discount, I don't get defensive. I don't argue, I don't discount, I don't get defensive. I see this instead. If they can deliver similar value at half the price, you should 100% go with them. Why would you not? That's a moment. Those are nice. Nice. I think I'm gonna do more of these live streams because I can get like I'm able to create good content here, right? I've never spent this kind of time just doing this shit. I love it. I love it. You guys are going to make. I say you guys as if there's somebody who's actually watching, but I can see there's nobody watching. But at least it kind of creates that pressure that oh somebody is watching or may watch it in the future. Okay. And on head. Okay. Exhausted. 6 seconds. Cool. So I've got two videos. All right. Let's move on. So I think I can just like chopple this guy now. Okay. 20, 20, 20K, 20K. The contract looks good.
The contract looks good. We just can't pay you until you deliver the final files. Okay. You're good to do the deposit though, so I can make this work for the sake of building the relationship. Unfortunately, that's a deal breaker for me. If it helps, you'll be able to see the final before you pay, but I just can't transfer it over. Okay, legal just got back. The contract looks good. We just can't pay you until you deliver the final files. Okay. You're good to do the deposit though, so I can make this work for the sake of building the relationship. Unfortunately, that's a deal breaker for me. If it helps, you'll be able to see the final before you pay, but I just can't transfer it over. Okay, legal just got back. The contract looks good. We just
This is something that I've learned. Um, I can say within the last 6 months. So this actually happened with me. I was on a sales call and our customer said, "Oh, can you reduce the price? This is too much. We can only do, I don't know, I was quoting them 2,500 and they said we could only do 1,500." And I was like, I I don't know if I could do that. I don't think so. And I was just like trying to figure out how I could reduce the price for them. And then he said, Why don't you just make the deliverables half? Instead of giving us 10 videos, why don't you give us 5 or 6 or whatever the number ends up at? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can absolutely do that. So now, anytime anybody asks me for a discount, I just say, cool. How many pages do you want to reduce? How many videos do you want to reduce? Depending on what kind of project it is. Oh, there are 2 views. There is somebody viewing. Hey. Okay, so, all right. So, all right. So, what are we doing next? Let me see. Wow, I just like all of a sudden I now feel a lot of pressure because somebody's watching. Whoever you are, please leave a comment and let me know if I should be taking this pressure or not. Yeah, it is still live. All right, great. Where are we? Okay, cool. So now let's look at client ask for a discount. So this has actually happened to me. So like, why don't you talk about that? Um, a client asked for a discount, and this one sentence changed everything. The client asked for a discount, and this one sentence changed everything. Now, I don't want to do another one of these 6 second B-roll description style videos. So, chat rate. Oh, there's somebody's chat. How do I see chats? This is the first time I'm doing the live, so I don't know how to use everything. Sign into chat. Oh my god. So please forgive me or bear with me while I figure shit out. Oh, I see. भाई आपके कितने followers है? Uh, I don't know, man. On Instagram what, I have some 300 followers, and on YouTube I have some 80 subscribers. Hope that answers your question. All right, so coming back to the thing, a client asked for a discount, and this one sentence changed everything. Okay. Anytime a client asks for a discount, this is what I say. Okay, so this we are gonna make not into a B-roll plus a description type. Actually, you know, what, never mind. This we are gonna do A-roll type. I really love doing A-roll because I like I'm super comfortable doing A-roll because I've spent a lot of time honing my talking to the camera skill. Really, I have a whole video about that on my channel. Anytime a client asks for a discount, this is what I say. Hmm. Okay, let's come back. All right. This is the topic and my thoughts. With the lead who asked for the discount on the price, and I didn't really know what to say. I was doing as I don't know if I could reduce the cost, blah blah blah. And then he said we can reduce the deliverables in half. Not sure. He said, can you reduce the deliverable in half? With that, reduce the price. And a light bulb went on in my mind. Like, oh my god, I never knew that was an option. And now, anytime any customer asks for a discount, I say, yeah, absolutely. We can reduce the price drop. I'm looking for that either get them to say, oh, no, I want these deliverables. And they are instead of lower price. They, that will improve the quality of your show. Do you manage accounts? Oh my god, I have a meeting. All right, so I'm gonna end this live stream. This was a lot of fun doing this. I might do this again more. Um, I have a meeting that I need to go to, which I completely forgot about. But thank you so much for watching this. I'm gonna do more of these live streams where I'm actually creating the content for my Instagram and then doing the recording, putting it out there, and I'll also come back here with what were the results? Did it work? Did it not work? Does this method work? That method work? And that way, um, like you can keep me accountable in all the work that I need to do, and I can show you behind the scenes and all of the process that goes into it. It was great doing this. I cannot believe I'm like 54 minutes into this. This is my first live stream. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I will see you soon.